Hello my friend, how are you? This is Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator, and I'm going to go over another basic green juice recipe today. I get millions of questions all the time. I know a lot of you have maybe seen recipes similar to this, but there's a lot of new people all the time, so I wanted to make kind of a, this is more of an alkalinizing, pain relieving, bodybuilding, breath freshening, energizing sunshine drink. Okay, so I've got dill, parsley, collard greens, this is cilantro, celery, spinach, some Persian cucumbers, and a lemon. Okay, fantastic. Let's just get started. You can chew these herbs separately, and I usually do nibble on some stuff. They're tasting real good. This is collard green. And it's very delicious. This is an Omega juicer. Come on, baby. Collard green is similar to kale. It's a little bit heartier. And so I'm going to have to make sure I can do this here. The kale, the dinosaur kale, I really like to use because it slides down into the juicer a lot easier. But these collard greens are really fresh, crisp. You know, so I always look for the freshest, most crisp, leafy greens to use. I know around most parts of the country it's kind of hard right now to find high quality greens. Since I'm in the Southwest where everything grows, it's really been pretty easy to find a lot of nice fresh stuff. I'm going to rip these in half, see if they'll go down a little bit easier. I like a nice balance of fruits, fruit juices, and leafy green juices here. The chlorophyll molecule helps to carry oxygen in the blood. These plants connect you back to the earth, and they bring sanity to you. There are more slow-burning sugars in the vegetables, so it creates more of a stabilizing effect. Sometimes I get a little looped out on the fruit. I got really high on fruit yesterday. It was good, so I was out running around, but you know, today I wanted to chill out a little bit, so I'm going to have me a nice green juice. For breakfast, it's actually 1:30, and I'm having breakfast now. I like to have like a couple meals a day. Sometimes I have 3 meals a day. You know, I don't really live by any hard and fast rule, but I try to create as much space between eating as possible so that the prior meal digests before I eat the next one. That keeps fermentation from happening. There's a lot of fermentation in this world. As my senses get clearer, I can smell a lot of people's issues deep down in their GI tract. And this is why these types of juices here are the solution to smelly belly. Haha, smelly belly. I never said that one before. Because when you stack meat, bread, cheese, fruit, greens, you know, you mix it up, the humans, they eat way too many different things. They mix up too many different things in one meal. Now when I juice it like this masticates everything together and it digests a lot better. And even if I ate all these plants individually, they would still digest pretty well. But if you mix up too many different things at one time with different digestive ratios, you know, like, you know, for instance, fruits and avocados do not mix very well, you know, but there are exceptions to the rule, like maybe if you made an avocado and orange dressing and blended it together. I don't mean to confuse you, but it takes a lot of practice, and there's no real one set solid way. It's just that the main thing is, like, people eat like bread, and then they eat fruit, and then they eat a piece of meat, and then they eat more fruit. And before that's all digested, at night when they go to sleep, they wake up the next day, and then they have bacon and eggs and cereal. I had a dream about bacon last night. That was funny. But they mix up so many different things that digest at such different rates, and then before they're even hungry again, they eat again. And then that just is then something else. Everything stacks and stacks and stacks, and you get this layer of kind of fermented, undigested waste all through the GI tract, and that's how the breath starts stinking. And the way to neutralize those odors is to get your chlorophyll going. Chlorophyll is a natural deodorizer. How's that? This is like the biggest bunch of, I've already done half of it. Look how big that thing is. I love the dill. You can never have too much dill in a salad dressing or a green juice, as far as I'm concerned. I'm getting ready for the Raw Spirit Festival. It's in Phoenix, Arizona, on the New Year's weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'll be speaking there on Friday. I'm not sure what I'm going to speak about, but I'm going to try to do some question and answers for the most part. And I will definitely be trying my best to make some videos for you. Because the live audiences, I feel, in my opinion, are the best ones, you know, where I have human interaction. You may or may not, you know, feel that way yourself, but it provides context, you know, when there's different phone calls and things like that, instead of just me monologuing. But the monologues are cool too, because I'm in this thing to win this thing. There's a lot of really great people out there watching these videos, and I hear their stories every day. And it really inspires me to keep going. Different stories of different everything, man. Painkiller addiction, different diseases that they're called. But, you know, this raw food thing is going to be a miracle for people if they get on board with it, you know. So I like to fill up a nice pitcher. You gotta knock this stuff through because there's a lot of good stuff in there, and then I'll just take the rest of the fiber, put it in the sink, keep rolling. I've been eating just fruit for the last couple of days, and I've been really craving these green juices, but I haven't had a chance to make a green juice because I didn't have anywhere. I was out on the road, and I was. It was, you know, there was Motel 6 and, you know, no good stores. I don't want ghetto greens, you know what I mean? I only want the fresh, organic foods that I find at Whole Foods. Of course, everyone always has a problem with something. I guess it's the problem with Whole Foods. You know, I don't even want to get into it because I'm not into the politics of this world. I mean, this is how simple it is for me. Whole Foods has organic and local foods, so therefore I go get them, because if I don't go there, then where else am I going to go? Denny's? So therefore, it's just how it is in this world, you know? I just do the best that I can to get what I need, and if they provide a service, then I'm definitely going to Whole Foods to get myself some green juice. Because I need those green juices. I've been fiending out. When I took a bite of that collard greens, it was like heaven. Now I got some spinach. Spinach is the bomb diggity. Spinach has really got a lot of protein and iron. Of course, chlorophyll. Specifically good for the GI tract. And again, it's just a, you know, a deodorizer for the whole body. So if you're stinking, you know, the one thing you can do, if someone's got bad breath, I mean, be honest with your people, because you know, people ask me, you know, how's my breath? I'm like, well, it could definitely use some improvement, and I know mine too, probably. So that's why I'm always working on improving my breath, improving my, my body, improving the function of my body, and trying to have a nice gentle discipline, There's always a chance when you could eat this or eat that, but the highest ideal, and for me, is fruits and clean greens, Fruits for the energy of the cells and the brain and the nervous system, and then the herbs here to stay balanced, grounded, deodorized, nice healthy blood. So really, like, fruits from the trees and the herbs from the earth are what I particularly emphasize as being the best foods for the human organism, in my opinion. And then, the best foods for me. And I felt last night, I ate all fruit for the last couple days. And then I was definitely detoxing last night. But I wanted to stay on point, So I went to bed, because normally you eat, and you chill out and then you go to bed. Well, if you don't do that, then you may have a situation where you're dealing with some stuff coming up, So I was tossing and turning pretty bad. But then I slept really deeply. Once I did get to sleep, whatever time it was, maybe, 11 or 12 or something. Went to bed at 10, but tossed and turned, for quite a while. I always turn these dumb alarm clocks off in these motel rooms, This is actually an extended stay. Kind of bummed out I didn't get to see my kids. They're all bummed out. They think they feel bad because they already had plans to go back to the old town where they used to live and see their friends, because when they moved, they just got up and left, and they never even got to say goodbye to anybody, because it was so last minute little thing, And so for the holidays, they had already planned to go visit their friends in Forks and say goodbye and kind of wrap up their old life, which they never had a chance to do. So they felt bad, and I felt bad because I couldn't afford to have them come down here, And so, of course I get a lot of slack from people. They're always, but nobody knows the details of my life. So, but I just talked to their mom this morning. The kids feel bad because they really wanted to come down and see me at Raw Spirit and hang out with me on Christmas, but we couldn't make it happen, we tried. But my kids are good, and they've been very supportive of me, and I've been very supportive of them in their lives as well, to the best of my ability. I mean, the thing about me is that it's been really hard for me to accept who I am, because I'm just unconventional, but I have this thing that I'm supposed to do, And if I don't do it, then I'm not that happy. I'm not happy if I'm not listening to what I'm supposed to be doing. It makes us into who it wants us to be, And then we have to be that, or we fight it. And when we fight who we are, we suffer. We feel pain. So that's why I'm always working on a higher level of self-acceptance, That's all you can do. So for everybody who's wondering about my kids and all that, don't worry about it. My kids and I are fine. You don't need to judge us. We have a great relationship. And, it was either have them come down or buy them some iTouches. And I decided to buy them iTouch because I knew that would be something they would love. And they love it. Now they can text each other. They can text me. They can even call me. They figured out some apps on the iTouch. Anyways, this is just fruit and vegetable juicing. I'm really, my energy's kind of low right now because I haven't eaten anything yet today. So this video might not be your favorite, but some people are cool and they just watch them, and just drink your green juice and eat your fruits and change your life. I've got so many people whose lives have changed. I'm trying to get a hold of some people that got rid of cancer with the raw foods and got rid of all kinds of stuff. It's so hard for me to keep, the whole dang thing is so crazy, and it kind of, once the email kind of goes by, it's like, you know, I can't remember their name, I can't remember anything, so I gotta be on it. So like if I call you and say, hey, do you want to do a video, then just be like yes, you know, because I have to do everything spontaneously. Like when your little Ask Dan question comes up from the website, I'm just rolling through those. I probably get 50 a day now, and I try to answer as many of them as I can. Probably half of them go by, you know, and I try to, I'm just so slow at typing, you know, that it takes me forever. So you get these tiny little short answers that Ask Dan to Regenerate Your Life. I'll sum everything up for you. Eat as clean as you can, eat as much fruits as you can, and then drink as much green vegetable juices as you can, and have patience with yourself and learn to relax, you know, while the body heals itself. And then when you get to the highest levels, and you've been doing this for a while and you're ready to get to the next level, you'll start to study up on the water fasting. And then when all fear of water fasting is out of you, of starving to death or anything crazy like that, then you turn yourself in for a water fast after you've done some juicing, you've done some fruiting, and you've done some detox stuff. You know, some people use the Master Cleanse or whatever, and you've gotten, you know, a good understanding of, oh, this may not be the most pleasant thing. You've gotten rid of some of the more outstanding superfluous waste. Like, you don't want to go in for a water fast with 35 pounds of undigested meat in your gut. You want to be on raw for like a year or something, or 6 months at least. And then you don't want to do a real long fast, just a short one. You want to make sure you have somebody that knows how to break a fast properly. I'm going to True North Health. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to vlog, because some days you have a lot of clarity, and some days you really don't have any clarity, and you're just muddled, and you can't function at all. And then I may disable the comments, because I don't want a lot of people's fear bouncing back at me. Because a lot of people are afraid of water fasting, you know, that do not understand it, you know, how epic it is. I mean, maybe Jesus was stupid, you know what I mean? Maybe Pythagoras was stupid, Moses, Buddha, you know, maybe they were all just dumbasses and should have, you know, carved up. But I don't think they were dumbasses. I think that Gandhi was pretty smart when he said, fast and the light will illuminate you and spread on earth. And I've had that on my little computer as a sticker for a long time. So I'm just eating as clean and as light as I can to prepare myself for a water fast at True North Health. I'm very excited because I know that it's the next level for me. Love me some celery. All these herbs that I put in this juice today are all my favorite. Can you dig it? So, just wrapping, sharing. I'll be honest with you, I'm trying to get to 1,000 videos before the water fast. I'm going to eat this one. Look how delicious it is. I'm trying to get to 1,000 videos before the water fast, because once I'm in there, who knows? I've got Dr. Morse's detox school, April 25th, and Woodstock Fruit Festival. I'm super stoked. Those are the only two things on my schedule for 2013, and I'm really looking forward to a year of taking my health to the next level. So thank you for your support, your friendship, and taking care of yourself, watching these videos, subscribing, and the cool ones, you know, that are more like straight legit, send those to your family and friends. And I'll keep doing my best, because that's all I've been doing. That's all I'm going to continue to do, and I think that that's all that God expects from me, and probably all that anyone intelligent out there expects from me is just to do my best. I've never felt worthy of this task, but the masses have spoken. Keep the videos coming. I've heard it probably 10,000 times, so ask and you shall receive. Thank you very much, my friend. Peace be with you. I'll let you know how the juice is before I let you go. I think these 20-minute videos are cool. I get a lot of views no matter how long they are, so I'm trying to do a nice variety so that the people who have shorter videos, have a little shorter time can watch, and then the people who have a little bit more time who want some more of the in-depth stuff. So here's the super diggity green juice for health. Bam. Thank you. Oh. That was one of my favorite juices on earth. Thank you.
Peace.